next presentation is entitled Hearing Empowered.
First off, I would like to thank you guys all for coming out to hear our presentation today. We are Hearing Empowered. My name is Alex Brother. Chris Wagner, who's actually a here. Jeff Wilson, and Morgan, and we have two camp students who joined us late in the project to help us a little bit. This is Jason Muir and Bill. All right, so our project goal from the first semester was to create a program that would help users with high frequency hearing loss get more acclimated to their hearing devices. Because what we found out is actually that in this special case, about 25% of users do not like to use their hearing aid because it sounds unnatural to them. So we wanted to create a program to help them get more used to this. And so we created 5 mini games. We worked closely with Dr. Thibodeau on this, and we created 5 mini games according to her audiology concepts, and each of them were different. And I created the Sounds Alive program. Chris created the second solver. Jeff created the silly sentences. You created the sound matching, and Lauren created the picture pick. And the 10 students actually helped us with debugging later on after the program was all complete. And so then this semester, we were focused on actually real-life testing with hearing aid users. We worked really, really closely with Dr. Thibodeau here because we created a testing plan where we had a pre-test and a post-test so we could get scores from before and after users would actually use our program. And she took our program out to actually a number of different audiology conferences and had different users test them out, and we got a bunch of feedback. We had this document where we would give people's feedback on how they felt about the flow of the program, how they felt about the aesthetics, and how they felt that it would help them overall with hearing. And so from that and Dr. Thibodeau's TAs, we actually got a lot of feedback to where we could launch our debugging and revision. And so that's where we went back and changed our program almost from the ground up. We created 5 different difficulty levels for each one, which would increase the replay value of our programs, and in the end would help benefit the hearing aid users more. And then after we did that, we kind of gathered all of our results in, and as you can see from our average, the pre-test and the post-test proved that we actually did get an increase in scores from our users after a week of using our program, which we were actually really excited about. And as far as for the future, we were talking with Dr. Thibodeau about actually implementing our program into hearing devices themselves, so that users could, use this whenever they feel like it, and it's free. So that was that might be something we work on in the future. And also, Dr. Thibodeau is thinking about publishing a paper over this in the fall, so we are going to be working with her in the fall to kind of expand upon that more.
So for senior design free?
It's extended. So yeah, now I'd like to open the floor for your questions.
Just a comment. I'm not sure everybody knows what TAM students are, but you might want to explain it.
The TAM students, you guys want? They're basically, I was a TAM student, so I'm not too sure, but from my understanding is that they're high school students who are in a really accelerated program to where they're doing college courses and stuff to really help them accelerate. Sorry?
The University of North Texas.
Yeah, it's through UNT, and so they get a really, really accelerated education. So.
Yeah, basically, they're going to college in the fall instead of their junior and senior years of high
They
school.
come directly to junior and college.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's correct.
So basically reaching out to high school students to kind of have them be part of the program.
Yeah. We were introduced to them to basically help them get some experience with what we're doing.
So they're not being graded, so I'm going to put you on the spot. I'll turn to Jason and Nico and say, how was your experience?
Got to learn kind of what's going on in terms of the college course project, and it was cool finding results from a program that college students built. They're all pretty nice, so it's nice to meet you.
Jason, I'll just know you're being videotaped, so other questions?
Alex? What's the score on the thing? You said the scores improved. What is the score?
I think we averaged around 2% improvement.
No. Not quantitative. What does score mean to me?
It's the average score of the pre-test and post-test. So they took the pre-test and then did our program for the week.
No, the average score, what does it measure?
Is it improving hearing, or is it? where is
Oh,
it
yeah,
measuring?
It's the pre-test and the post-test where it would output easily understandable words, and then it would get harder and harder, introducing different noises and different sound levels. So, you know, the first one would just be insane, and then the last one would basically just be static.
This is a test that's already available online that Dr. Thibodeau found, and she said we can use this as a pre-test and then a post-test, and it'll show the improvements too. So they took it 4 times before the user program, then they did 5 days of using our program, then they took the post-test. And we have training plans available at our poster session. You know, anyone that has hearing loss or use a hearing aid, they can take one of those plans, try out the program for free online, and see if they can improve themselves.
So it's there primarily to sharpen someone's hearing skills if they're having a hearing loss, to try and keep up in their hearing proficiency?
It's basically to get the brain trained to how the hearing device outputs sound to the brain. So,
Did y'all produce any hardware, or was it?
No, we were not able to start to get any hardware. We were thinking about doing that for the second semester, but then we got really involved with the human testing. And that is something that was going to be done more so after the program was proven to have good results.
So, what did you spend your time doing? I mean, I know you were programming something, but programming what? Using what kind of language, or?
We were using Java, and to build our games, we used NetBeans, which is a GUI builder for Java. And so that helped us a bunch with our GUI and our layouts and stuff, but all the programming was done by us, all the logic, and then we had to make all kinds of different sound files for the different difficulty levels and stuff, using different levels of noise, different background noises going on. Actually, Dr. Thibodeau introduced us to something called interrupted noise, which is just another audiology concept that we implemented. So it took a while getting all those sound files working. And
We're going to have to stop.